If you've been on VA.gov lately, checking on a claim or signing up for benefits, you might have seen this screen. Starting in 2025, you'll need to use a login.gov or IDme account to sign into all VA websites and apps, including VA.gov, the My Healthy Vet website, and the VA Health and Benefits mobile app. So why the change? Why is VA making me get another account? We hear you. And here's the deal. Part of this is because we're trying to listen. This is the result of feedback. Veterans have been telling us they want fewer account options. The other part of this is keeping up with modern security standards online while keeping a simple sign-in experience. Login.gov and IDme are both on point with that. Security is not something you want to take for granted, not when identity theft issues and scams are so rampant. For more on this topic, let's sit down with IDme CEO, Army veteran, Army Ranger, Blake Hall. So Blake, IDme, where did this whole journey start?
The reason I started IDme with helping people find benefits and access them more securely was as I saw that all these processes to prove your service weren't safe. And I was looking at all the data breaches that were happening.
Oh, gosh.
You know, once your name, date of birth, social is compromised, the toothpaste's out of the tube because those things don't tend to change. Veterans suffer from identity theft at 80% higher rates relative to Americans, according to the FTC data. And we military families move twice as often. The through line was, wanted to keep people safe and make life easier. And as I talked to USA and military.com, they said, look, like fast for us is 2 or 3 years to let people know about this app. And I was like, oh my gosh, well, I can't reach.
Slow is fast. Slow is fast.
Yeah, maybe some of the urban combat mantras, But at the same time, what they were willing to do is they were willing to let me have access to confirm if someone in their database had been validated as having served in the military. And there were certain things that I observed, like on Veterans Day, when veterans were getting free appetizers and things from like the Outback, you would have veterans showing their DD-214, which has their social security number on it, to a stranger to get a fried vegetable. And that's not a good trade.
No.
No.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. And so as
You see the look on my face right now.
Yeah.
I am not showing anyone at Outback my DD-214.
Right.
It's not happening.
But no, it was happening though. Like people were showing their DD-214s everywhere because at the time the veterans identification card that exists now didn't exist. And so the only proof that you had that you'd served if you were a veteran was your DD-214, which has all this sensitive data on it. And so I'm like, no wonder identity theft rates are 80% higher. This is crazy. We, from there, set out. We got some grant funding from the Department of Commerce through NIST, who also agreed that veterans should have a digital wallet that allows them to control their own information and to have single sign-on across different websites and services that are relevant to military service. VA.gov, obviously. So if you're going into VA, you'll see IDme and also login.gov as login options there on that site.
Can you take us under the hood a little bit and explain to me kind of how does that work?
The concept is really like banking. You give a lot of information to your bank to prove who you are and your social and other things. But then when you interact with merchants, the bank only says like, hey, Sarah is good to go for this credit card purchase or good to go for debit. And that's exactly how IDme works today, in that we go back to sources of truth, federal agencies, including VA, USAA, and military banks. But when you're releasing your military status to a brand, it's not all of that information. There are privacy filters that say, really all the brand wants to know is if you're active duty, a retiree, a veteran, a military spouse. And we never send information without explicit consent on a case-by-case basis because it's your wallet, it's your data. We view ourselves as fiduciaries of information. We don't sell data, never have, never will. It's a big reason, why I started the company is to put veterans in control of their own information. And so that same model that exists for banking with credit cards is exactly what we did with a digital wallet for veterans so that your military service could move with you and you don't have to show your social to random people you meet in order to get, military discounts and other benefits from nonprofits and government agencies that are out there for folks who've served. I'm an infantryman at the end of the day. I think everyone was talking about different concepts, and I'm like, hey guys, left, right, up the middle. I think that people just want a digital wallet that works exactly like their physical wallet. So you guys can do all the crazy stuff. I'm going to dedicate my life to building that. And so far, so good.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Blake, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me in.
Remember, whether you're checking your eligibility for the VA home loan, signing up for the GI Bill, or managing whatever benefit you have earned, make sure by 2025 you're registered with login.gov or ID.me. Looking for the bottom line up front on something specific? Sound off in the comments. We'll get you squared away. For now, that's your bottom line up front. I'll see you next time, right here on the BLUF.